Yano. And I must say, my show.
Almost $300 million.
So the show has come to stay. Mumien na yesu. Na yentiche oman. Na wonso oni nipa.
E daddy e Ghana for dia. Enye BP dia. Enye NDC dia. Enye obi bia dia.
President Kufano. Because what to niamam and affecting all this. Fuel prices now what they buy.
Yeah, I just NDC for car be kwa Ghana card according dani di krama nasa.
Mene wo ka say ya kan. Ye no nyanse ya te den e kina iti pa se kira. NDC for wo be kwa for daddy bill. Wo is me kai. Me na me ka draw.
Mo pese mo share so a mo ko Facebook na Instagram, na YouTube, na Twitch, TodayGhanaNews TV, Anchor FM.
Yechia Ghana Food. My show is your show because a Ghana enti and a show that to be said my show. You don't be asking.
You are here for a Joe Amakwaba at MyShow NDC Hour Jumedius meeting at the Alfred Kuyoli. And I met a drum and a Ray Edmund Ababa. Don't hear back on a day new. I knew better come. Said the Monitiano, MyShow NDC Hour, and I'm TodayGhanaNews TV. So, and I hear the bro. TodayGhanaNews TV, being a live. Our YouTube, your Facebook, your Twitter, na Instagram so yɛdi ntintima wɔ hɔ no mo na sɛ woyɛ obi a wowɔ Twitch so a ɛhɔ so wobɛnya yɛ live ɛwɔ hɔ no mo ebia bibi nti wontumi nhwɛ na watie at the same time to the audio na pese wotie a wobɛtumi atie on Anchor FM podcast wo check it wo search your hɔ a wobɛnya na watumi atie wadaroma sɛ de bia yɛ no safi na wa join ya like show yi na share page no on all platforms possible sɛ de bɛyɛ a foforɔ ebinya dwuma yi bi ahwɛ na atie NDC Hour ɛyɛ Ghana mpuntuo Ghana yiyedie nti na yɛhyia sɛ yɛhyia sɛ ya na kyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ amamuo ɛne mpuntuo ho nti na yɛhyia ti yɛbɛhwehwɛ nkɔmmɔ ɛba ne sɛ yɛde animdifoɔ ɛde ba dwumadie so na ɔmo nso so ɛde ɔmo adwempɔ ɛde ɔmo nimdeɛ ɛde bɛtudwa sɛ de bɛyɛ a aban a ɔte akonnwa so na akufo ado aban a wohunu bɔ ha na ɔde second ahyɛ mu ɔno nso so watumi atie futuo na aboa ama Ghana atumpɔn ama Ghana akɔso medin ɛde Africa sɛ medical aka no bɛde nkyia kɛseɛ ɛde ma NDC akyitafoɔ nyinaa ɛwɔ diaspora ɛne ɔman Ghana mu baabi a wohwɛ yɛfiri biara nkyia nkɔma wo Shakina Information Center ɛyɛ totally for so yɛkyia mo sɛ de biara dwumadie yi mu bi etum ku ha na ɛde adɔfoɔ ne atiefoɔ ne ahwɛfoɔ mo totally ɛso so etumi nya yɛ etie yankopɔn hyira wo for questions comments and thoughts fabra whichever platform where you free biara no wo de ba ibenya daje ne yakenkan ama wo na dwumadie no akɔ fɛfɛɛfɛ enne sɛ de medical aka no me wanim difo akɛse mienu a enne no mbɛtwetwe nkɔmɔ baako ɛyɛ mbranim ni wɔyɛ lawyer mapa atiefoɔ ne ahwɛfoɔ sɛ wonya wo show yi so dia ne sɛ unim no ɛna baako me be didi ate later na mabodin no na afei ye Iron Lady so wɔ ha sɛ yi one of our deputy women's organizers ɛwɔ NDC mu Ghana one of the constituencies where hard or sane nsɛm to hɔ a mu sɛ yes nimdeɛ nyansa ɛna ɛkasa no NDC for sorry MPP for sorry no we have the men but omuni hwe it just must talk so therefore anwure se yɛhyia yɛno na yɛ dwumadie no nti wadaroma hyɛ dwumadie no mayɛ na dwumadie no enko akyirikyiri na wiase afane nyina enya yɛ nhwe nti ansa na me introduce my guest me twa me ho tew aba na me ba ma be introduce my guest na afi ye de komo hwehwe no aba hwehwe so na ansa na mekɔ commercial mekɔ break aba no me busa question o ahwefo ne atiefo musa bi ma me se Ghana nsentwerɛfo omo wɔ hemfa because last week and this week in Puna Kevin Taylor Jubilee House Galamsey expose scandal and some what sa expose ni mono enye nsɛm a was a Ghanaian journalist keep mute enye nsɛm a was the newspapers just an intro but unfortunately till now only few media houses and let me pick issue as me body Accra FM I bobi answer the Citizen Show or no amount why justice to this particular issue to me busa say this those Peace FM for ne despite media ne adom multimedia for no more community for no makaro are they there as real media houses omode ensemo a ehinta ebetudwa and I said they are there to serve their paymasters. That is the question that I'm asking. Because honestly speaking, I'm beginning to get disappointed in Ghanaian journalists, any Ghanaian media houses, most of them actually. Because when I was growing up, I thought that see a piece, a journalism, and as a media houses are integrity. Untimi despite media and tonchain, untimi multimedia and tonchain. In the likes of Sefa Kaimone, Omomakeka. But and what are we seeing as Ghanaians? What are we witnessing as far as the media landscape in Ghana is concerned? If it is about the government in power, they keep mute. Painful people say from over until what now? Media assembly hamming because everyone was say Al Jazeera for acquire Saskat a friend say expose we an scandal we are the aba. Ya share our Loud Silence TV. Yet with all due respect on my channel and so media houses no do 80% are more as we who what. Nana Kufuado and as a Kufuado Ghana president. Why I mean, why should you sell your pride? Why should you sell your integrity? Just because of the little, I mean, talking of Bidebama. So if Ochina say NPP any power, I'm waiting to hear or to see, to read a media personality and a media persona or Babe Janawaka say, and someone I just say a bros won't mean who's one here, one about. But therefore, Mr. Question, Musa Bima say, Ghana Central for more him for corruption, air cost on a no for the Bemun exposes a year were by women. Why have they kept mute? We want to know. We want to know where they are. Why are they kept mute? Thank you. Me call commercial break up and me bar. I be introduced to my guest. Na ye de nkomo channel asheso. Nti ye twa motel emra.
Say Ghana for me NDC ni. I haven't ever dreamt to become an NDC member. And so me many that's why NDC. Say me konsu omo ankremu na me koguo. Me da empire me bo kanene say rade ma NDC nya kakraka. Na manyansafo na nimdifo take party ni na omo nyire omo nya adwuma. Na konkonsafo wo mnyere rade nku omo ntentem. Na omo pe NDC ye omo kokomo aso. Empire me bo ano no. Me kwa me empire ma me hu biem. Me bo empire ma NDC because omo na ye o man we ni daso. Na ni titiri no so mama Jo Mahama ye pampimu a wono de me konhira gu na ankrem. Omo mienu NDC ni Jo Mahama. Ena ye o man we ni daso. Akufo-Addo na mu ponko ye electoral commissioner. Obelusu MPP will lose. Me say MPP can never win any elections in Ghana. Mark my words. Omo pom kofa Yesu Kristo. No mo fa Muhammad. Kom seni Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Handi over.
Me say who handi over. Na yase wo da be handi over. Mami Musa. Mami Musa. Uni Rollins.
Say obe handi over.
Uni Rollins. Rollins. Obo wakura na yeyem hihye. Those times no. Say Rollins bowa na yeyem hihye. President Kufo say me catch us nyansani kasa, nyansani na ti ase o say ensuonyunu na fe nipa. Enyensu hihye.
That was Listowell. And or Bruno. Etiefo. Yes, have a view. We MyShow NDC Hour. Yeah, the bro every Wednesdays. Yeah, then Today Ghana News TV. So ubenya on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, na Twitch so ubenya or TikTok so mrefi. TikTok so ubenya or honomo. Na fi Anchor FM. So ubitmetie on Anchor podcast on Anchor FM. Today Ghana News TV. Yeah, demo yo and your topics are about first topic. There's a president's appointment to the EC and matters arise here. Appointments and an Akufo-Addo the call electoral commissioner, but I bang and the tertiary into papa way. Oh yeah, those kind of appointments. Very say appointments being put on all year. That is one. Then the second topic would deal with Ghana's debt exchange program and the IMF deal. To say your debt exchange program, local and foreign. how successful did yeah ne kwam sa de yeah no nso aso ben ana enya ana Ghana fo binya as far as IMF bosia ye prefer IMF for no benya ewo so nti ma menko na menkoma me guest akwa ba de di nkan me ma yes ladies first nti me comrade Yvette Embefa Beve Honomo or no oye Central Town NDC Deputy Women's Organizer menkoma no akwaba na yenhwei comrade Emefa ewo hɔ a omra naja yenhwe sɛdeɛ ɛkɔ comrade Emefa sɛ comrade Emefa nyanye ready a ɛne yɛnkɔ na menkɔ lawyer Eric Delenyo Alifo ɛhɔnom lawyer or parliamentary aspirant opera who West parliamentary seat no ɛwɔ NDC edinimu. I think say the NDC comrade in Who West, the name Eric Delenyo Alifo is not a strange name to you guys. It is a household name as far as the Whole West constituency is concerned. And our able lawyer has availed himself to represent your interests in Parliament. Recently, what happened in the House of Parliament some parliamentarians betray Ghana for trust. I think that we need people of integrity, people who says black is black and white is white, not those who will be influenced by just a half of a bread. So, lawyer, you are most welcome to MyShow NDC Hour this evening.
Thank you very much for having me again. I'm very glad to be here. I'm very glad that my very good people of the West will have the opportunity to listen to me again on your show. Thank you.
You are welcome. And so far, I just wanted to ask, how are the grounds, campaign grounds? How is it going?
The ground is very fertile, very, very fertile, because the people of Whole West are tired because they've had one MP for about 16 years. That's 4 terms. And so they think, and nothing is happening, you know. So they are very tired. So they are receiving our message very well. The feedback we are getting from the ground shows that the message is going down very well. And we are not going to relent until victory is achieved on the 13th of May.
Inshallah. I think that last time I hosted you elaborated on your policies and programs, what you intend to do for Whole West constituents. I think that some people probably might have not got opportunity to listen to you last time. Can you highlight on some of the key policies and programs that you intend to roll up when you get a nod?
Thank you very much. I have been going around and educating the people and explaining to them that we have to invest in very critical areas in education and in youth employment, vocational training. And, you know, women like to trade. And so we have to find ways to try to make some money available for our women also to engage in training, in trading. This money will be given to them as loans, and then we find ways to collect the money back and then give to other people. And then also invest in agriculture. Agriculture, we have to put people in groups and make investment, conscious investment into areas that would encourage more people to get into agricultural production. In terms of equipment, and even trying to help people to even acquire land to farm on. So we are going to do this investment. And then also we need to take care of the members of the party, especially delegates who always make decisions on behalf of the party at that level, at the basic level, very basic level. So we need to constantly take care of those delegates, not only when it is time for elections. Currently, that is what happens. Politicians only go to them when they need their votes. And so we are going to make all these investments, try to see if we can get investors to to establish some factories and in very critical areas. That would boost the economy of the area. So youth employment is my main target. And before you get them the employment that they need, you have to do other investment, like, because the youth employment means that the agriculture may be part of it, vocational training, people who want to learn how to sew and all of that, and people who want to be mechanics and all of that. We need to do conscious investment into those areas and encourage people to get in those areas. And we are going to do it. We are going to put in everything to make sure that we empower the youth. And I've been going around explaining to them, it is not, being an MP and development is not just about going around and donating bags of cement and maybe roofing sheets. No, you need to encourage the people, empower them, and help them to get some money in their own pocket so that they can support development projects in their own areas. And that is what I intend to do.
Nice one. I think that you've hit the nail right on the head. So let me just go and welcome our other comrade, because I happen to miss her. Comrade Emefa. Hi.
Hi.
Now, how are you? And how is Accra?
I'm doing well by grace. Accra is very fine.
We thank God.
Yes, and Central Tongue is also doing well.
That is what I wanted to. It was a test case that I just put across. I wanted to check if you forget Central Tongue people.
No, Central Tongue is very fine. The women's wing is doing well.
You found the test. Anyway, you are most welcome to my show NDC Hour.
Thank you.
Good. Before we hit the ground running, any short greetings to Central Tongue constituents?
Yes, my people are in the season of choosing leaders to represent us in Parliament. And I think this is the right time to make the choices that we foresee our future and our children who are unborn and those who are existing to enjoy what governance is. I just want to urge them all to make the right decision. And after this decision, the bigger picture is winning Power 2024. So let us all come together after 13th May and gear towards Power 2024.
Let me ask you this question. I want to pull your legs a little bit. Do you have a favorite candidate?
I think all candidates are very good. So they are all comrades. They've helped the party in so many ways. So anybody that the majority picks, we come together and work for the betterment of NDC.
Who will you vote for?
I think democratically, voting is a private thing. And I believe that the choice I'll make will be the choice of the majority. So on 13th, I'll cast my vote as a patriotic deputy women organizer.
But you know, you are a leader, you know, and as a leader, sometimes your followers, or the constituents, most of them look up to you to see, hey, him from the deputy women's organizer, why not support me? Yes, so if Sabri Ubi was Central Tongue, now on young or a delegate, now on Nipa want to have why confused. Advice that I send across.
So we dear enuane ye mama ni ye papa elections. Inti e jiri pass enkofoni na omo contest no ye ni omo aye ejuma ye nyina ye nim ye mayen. Inti minji di se me na meche obi se onto abama we ni abama we ye nyina ye enuamo. So whoever they choose, we are ready to go. The main focus should be 2024. It's a family contest.
Okay. Until no Central Tongue, I feel we move someone I say more consa.
Me no. The American patre akacha me Central Tongue delegates and say, "Ye na ye team aye nim ye ma enti ye decision and need yen na ye hu ne constituency ne be ko.
Your comrade with us, I think say but you law school na.
There you.
But only
Be a HR practitioner.
Only lawyer Eric Delanyon is taking the contact with, and I think you have the characteristics of a lawyer.
Oh, thank you, Corey. We have the women actually.
Anyway, thank you so much. Now, comrade, may the started from your main topic. Your first topic is President's appointment to the EC and matters arising. Would one year to form as a deputy women's organizer of Central Town constituency? What Nana Kufuado or Betna Kunyaso? Oka break the 8 in a slogan. Sa break the 8 no. Who here no crossing amemu nankasa na wo bu no. And the numu or your appointments be take decisions be. Say as where you sit as a deputy women's organizer. O shed the nana do any about we air about easy appointments now. What are Roma what taught me saying?
Well, me as deputy women organizer, me chidi say Ghana no, we are a democratic country. And I believe that the peace of the country is very necessary to us as a country and as citizens. Inti say, yeah, papa, can break the 8. Nanya ye who says here and say, or choosing in Crawford easier, they will lead us in conducting elections and doing all other things involving next election. I'm not actually happy with that. Let me state that emphatically, because I feel that there is some kind of biasness. As a son, it's not something that we are supposed to encourage, because we are supposed to choose people who have the country at heart, not a party at heart. So if people are being selected because they are affiliated to a particular political party, I think it's not right. I feel there should be people chosen or appointed to have the country at heart, not a political party at heart. Intermediate say what is happening is just to fulfill a particular political party's interest, which I think is not right.
And as a politician and as an opposition women's organizer, you sit back and you see that the ruling government is taking certain decisions that, in your view, inure to disadvantage the free, fair, and transparent elections, which your political party stand a chance of winning hands down, 80% and above, hands down.
Yes.
And looking at what the government is doing, are you just going to sit back, or are you just sitting back and to say that you think it's not right? Or what steps is the NDC taking, either in the form of a demonstration or in the form of, what steps is the NDC taking?
I don't think we are going to sit back and watch the mess go on. I think we are going to put in our efforts to do our best, to work hard for the party, to educate the people, and also take necessary steps. Steps are show clear say anything and for year. Now, so we will work harder to make sure that in 2024 we come to power, because I don't see any reason why the democracy of the country should be played with, and the peace of the country should be played with. So as an opposition party, I think we need to go extra miles to make sure the right thing is done.
Thank you. I think opposition should go extra mile so that the right thing will be seen done. Thank you so much, comrade. Let me go to lawyer Eric to seek his thoughts on our first topic, which has to do with the Electoral Commission, or the appointments being made by our president to the Electoral Commission. So, lawyer, lawyer,
yes.
Yeah, lawyer, I think so anyway.
No. As for the tree, and we are lucky that on this program we have somebody who is speaking the tree very well. So Yeah. So, so you saved me that agony,
No
and
worries, no
let me speak
worries, no
something that I'm
worries.
more comfortable in.
No worries, lawyer. Yes,
Thank you.
let's move straight to our first topic. We are looking at the president's appointment to the EC and matters arising. What are your thoughts as a legal practitioner, as a lawyer, and a politician when you see what is going on? What do you say?
Um, it's very terrible, and we are very disappointed in Nana Akufo-Addo. In fact, I believe that most well-meaning MPP folks are also very disappointed in him, and we have a number of friends in MPP who are not very happy with what he's doing. The 2020 election was also stolen. We all know, we all saw it, and then we saw the balance of power in parliament. And Ghanaians had never voted like that before. You will see clearly that anytime a president is chosen, the party has a very good, in fact, solid majority in parliament, the governing party. And so we didn't have that in 2020. So already they had stopped the electoral commission, and now he's even adding more people. You see, we had a few that were there already to grapple with, and he's now adding more MPP functionaries. So, but I think that we have to take them on. The one thing we should have been doing is to make sure that we do not compromise at all in parliament with this government. You see, but our people have not done that. We approve their ministers, we approve whatever bill they bring, the taxes, everything. We just kept going like that. And the recent one today, I was watching Metro TV, and one of the commissioners of the Electoral Commission was interviewed on the CI, the new CI that makes the Ghana card the only requirement for registration as a voter. And in fact, at the time that our people were asked, our MPs were asked to compromise in passing the recent taxes that were requirements of the IMF, that were part of the conditionalities of the IMF deal. The parliament came out and said that, we are asking the EC to go back and look at the CI, the draft CI, and relook at some of the things. At that time, EC had not laid the CI. And so today I'm hearing them saying that, that was just an opinion Parliament had expressed, that they are going to come back with the same CI, after our people had helped MPP side to pass the taxes. So you see, these people always try to outsmart us. You see, and many of our MPs, and most of them are not good communicators, unfortunately, some of them do admit that. So instead of standing up to these people, fighting them boot for boot, and making sure that they don't play out, they don't outsmart us, we are not doing that. But I think that is one of the areas that we have to hold them from now going forward. We don't have to compromise on anything, and then there has to be demonstration. In fact, we have to besiege the easy premises. If we conduct the elections very well, first of all, you see the processes leading to the election itself, the printing of ballots and the arrangements as to who is going to be here, who is going to be there, and all of those things. Elections could be rigged through all those processes as well.
Definitely, yeah.
So we are going to try our very best to police the processes. And then if we know very well that Ghanaians are not going to vote for this government, this party again, we know it is very clear. It's written clearly on the sky. Everybody can see. So if we monitor the elections very well, we participate very well, and our people vote massively for us, at that point, if they attempt to declare the elections for themselves, then something else is going to happen in this country. Then unless they kill all of us, and we must be prepared for that. We must be prepared to go on the street, lie on the street, and then let them kill us. You see, when they kill all of us, then they don't have anybody even to rule over. So these are the things we are going to be pumping into the minds of our leadership, and we hope that they will listen to us if we ignite the fire from the bottom.
Yeah, lawyer, that brings me to my next question regarding this comment that the EC, one of the commissioners made. I think that was the Dr. Sribo Kweku, who said that, the bill has not been laid. Therefore, the action of that Parliament has refused the bill cannot be as they are as we have been told?
Yes.
Is it a grand scheme from the NPP caucus that, okay, as you rightly said, they always want to outsmart Ghanaians?
It's obviously a grand scheme. When they came out, when we all heard that the parliament had asked EC to relook at the draft CI, there were a lot of people who were saying that these people, we cannot trust them. And in fact, I never trusted MPP before. I've never trusted them. They always think that they are smarter than everybody else in this country. And they think that they can bully us. So, but nobody knew exactly how the whole thing was going to play out until we are getting this interview. Because, you see, if our people had known, we would have said that, well, you know what, then let them lay the CI. Because if the CI is laid, and then we get MPs to vote with us for us to have the 2/3 to reject the CI. Then at that point, we know that the CI had been laid and rejected. And then we could compromise with them on the taxes. But you see, the CI was not laid at all. Then these people came and then they cornered our people. I believe the speaker also helped. And then they told us that, well, you know what, we are going to ask EC to redraft the CI. And so they will relook at the CI. Because at that time, our people had threatened already. In fact, if you recall, the NDC leadership had suspended campaigning for even our parliamentary aspirants, for our MPs to focus on the business of parliament and make sure that they block all the bills and they block all the taxes that were coming up, and they block the nominees, the ministerial nominees. Our MPs disappointed and approved the nominees. About 30 of them or more approved the nominees, you see, and then all of them are now running back and trying to prove that, I didn't vote for them. We don't know who did and who didn't, but then again, they were told that, look, the CI that you are concerned about, for which reason you want to block all of these things, we are going to ask the EC to relook at the CI. But that is not binding, and like we are hearing now. So they just told us this and we're so happy. And then Parliament asked that, they should just go and relook at the CI. And then EC is now telling us that was just an opinion expressed by Parliament. But the only thing that can stop us from going ahead with the contents of that CI is if Parliament votes 2/3 majority to reject it. You see, and that didn't happen because the CI had not been laid. So it's a grand scheme. If it's not a grand scheme, so every time these people show to us that they cannot be trusted, and yet they keep tricking us, and we keep going along for a very long time. I remember that there was a time that these people, when they selected a speaker, and then we thought that NDC side was going to get they selected a first deputy speaker as well. And then we thought that we're going to get a second deputy speaker, and they dribbled us and give it to their own chap again. So they had everything: the speaker, first deputy, and second deputy. They had all of that because they give the first deputy
independent.
I think that was Freddie Blay, right? I think so. Yeah, who had aligned with them, and then we thought that as the minority party, we're going to get the second deputy. And they gave it to another of their Malik, I think, Idi or something. They gave it to, but when it was our turn, when we could also fight to get the first deputy, we thought that once we had elected a deputy, that was enough for us. And then we allowed them, and we allowed somebody who a day or two earlier had likened the people, the NDC supporters that had been killed in Techima and other places during the election to criminals. We allowed that person to just pass easily to become a first deputy. And then they gave the second deputy to one of theirs again. And then we kept justifying this with all kinds of excuses. So when it is their turn, they go all out. They go for the kill. But for us, we just try a little bit, and then we break along the line and try to compromise. And we are always talking about in the interest of the nation, in the interest of Ghana. But our opponents don't think about the interest of Ghana. They think about their own interest, the interest of their individuals and their party. That's all they think about. And so we need to be very strong. We need to match these people, and we need to be smart, very smart, because what I realize is that they always try to outsmart us, and then they go back and they laugh at us. See, that is what they are doing. And that is why, our people on the ground, our party members, delegates, should also be electing very strong people who will go to Parliament and match these people boot for boot. MPP thinks that we don't know anything, the MPP folks. And then they bully our people in parliament. On top of that, they give bribe to some of them to also vote with them. It doesn't make any sense, and it's making our people very, very angry. We are so disappointed. And yet the people who are disappointed, some of them also go and still vote for very weak MPs who cannot even communicate well, as they claim by themselves. So it's so annoying. But I hope that this is Rollins's party, and I hope that if we keep doing things the same way, there might be a revolution within the party itself very soon.
Thank you so much, lawyer. Thank you so much. He said that if the party doesn't do something, there might be a revolution in the party very soon. We hope this revolution, we need it in the national front, not in the party. The party has remained solid. The party has to remain solid. Thank you so much. Viewers, this is my show, NDC Hour. And I would like to read some messages and comments that have come in. And then thereafter, we'll go for a quick commercial break. And then we come back. Yes, now let's see the comments. And yeah, this is from Wells Elom. That's Ghanaians are too quiet. That is very true, my brother or my sister. This is Nanata Frimo. Greetings from Tatali, Northern and Sakina Information Center. Powerful show. Thank you so much, Nanata Frimo. And Mavis Boateng is here. He said, comrade, watching you live from Portugal. You guys are doing well for our party. And Ajinkwa Media House is here. Ajinkwa Media House writes, good, we pray that all that you are saying will happen to benefit your people. Yeah, I think this is in reference to lawyer Eric Delanyo. This is from Brimpong Bosiakon, watching you live from Warsaw, Poland. The greetings, or a great and educative show. Thank you so much, Brimpong. Yes, this is from Patience Nakun. We can only see the head of Emefa. Oh, Emefa, correct, Emefa. The viewers want to see the beautiful personality, you know. So I think that our comrade have readjusted her camera. This is from Tom Nutako, watching live from Bielefeld. Greetings to comrade Eric and Yvette. And John Nambo writes, he said, I am watching you live from Doma Ahinkru. Thank you so much, comrade Nambo. And this is Ajinkwa Media House once again. Please join Ajinkwa Media House tomorrow at 7 p.m. on Matters Arising. And then Robert Kingpay, he said, Emefa is a good communicator. I will encourage her to do more of communicating for the party. Unfortunately, we can't hear well watching you from France, Paris, or Paris, France. And this is from Befi Frimpong Ohene, watching you on YouTube from St. Petersburg, Russia. And Godwin, yo, Kwashi, excellent intro by Eric Delanyo Alifo Esquire. And Frimpong Wosiak once again, lawyer is great. We need him in parliament. Say that again, comrade. And Osei Superior is here. Lawyer will be a great asset to the NDC in parliament. Watching you from Barcelona, Spain. And Kunte Nana, it seems the NDC MPs are a pile of themselves in parliament. Watching you from Poland. And Mausi Sifa, lawyer Eric Delanyo Alifo is a very good communicator and courageous. He deserves to lead and partner JM for Whole West constituency. And Tom Nutako writes again, why are the names of the traitors not mentioned? This is $1 million question. And this is Christophe Kofi. Brilliant submission you have there. Eric Delanyon Alifo. Very blunt opinions and solutions you are offering. We need your frankness in the parliament, not some dormant MPs who are admitting that they cannot defend the party because they have very deficiency in communication. And that is Osman Kasim. Wonderful delivery from lawyer Alifo. Whole West is blessed to have him. Then this is from Wells Elom once again. Lawyer Alifo is the best candidate for Whole West. Evans Salinam Waksi Nyang Banu. He said, I am watching you live from Kasua. Lawyer is a gem and a blessing to the good people of Whole West. Lawyer is the most competent among the aspirant. Lawyer, go for gold. Thank you so much for your comments and your thoughts. I think that Lawyer has been dominating today's comments and show, and that signifies that yes, the favor for Lawyer to lead Whole West constituency is very, very, very high. Thank you so much. Now let me go for a quick break. When I come, I'll come to my comrade Yvette MFA, then we proceed with her. Let's go for a quick break.
Yo Palanche, Tete.
Drama,
Loe Chai.
Papa number, she let her come in free bank.
And then I form for an eye.
For Nana for own Benny, cause call. Papa Nila Tata, near Boka was the Echo. Minister Novanya bad this step Meneke. Nanya Gia.
You are welcome back, viewers. This is my show NDC Hour on TodayGhanaNews TV. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and you can listen to us live on podcast on Anchor FM. If today is the first time joining us, please like our page or subscribe to our channels and try as much as possible to share this program on other platforms for us. Thank you so much. Now let me go to Comrade Emefa. Comrade Emefa way. Na yenhwe sede Comrade yamwakwa baby. Maybe I think say viewers now they can see the real WO1. The women's organizer Bakope. Anyway.
It's so
I think say who said that was Elom viewers Mr. Monfa information number say muhu Comrade MFA ya mama yenya aware so that you say be okay. Your Comrade Amwakwa baby.
Yo major so
I think say with the issue of Electoral Commission 2024 is CI all these appointments Brian Champon comment near there in 2 minutes again. We executive member, not in a branch, but in a constituency. Who as Whole West constituency. And you are also
Central
sorry.
Metro Central Tongue constituency.
Get out. Thank you. For Central Tongue constituency, sorry. Central Tongue constituency. And also a member of the NDC Women's Wing. Please. Yes, say a member now. I remember say those days when Ghana was in under the colonial masters. A year Obaya Santua. And because the member no so most of was in a boss or Kujina Konim. We are looking up to you, ladies, or we are looking up to you. Is there something that you think can be done? Not saying sake, but I mean practical thing, just to put this government into its proper position because the government, it looks like, is taking all Ghanaians for a ride. And it thinks that, oh yeah, no be antimi nka he, mo kakakaka mo be jai. Into ye kakakaka, what again can we do to make the government feel that no, he's not there for himself, but he's there for us?
Yo, Medase, I'm very excited that we have a very strong woman who is leading the women's wing, Dr. Hannah Bisu, with her two hardworking deputies. That they are doing a great work and they've been leading the women's wing do big things and greater things. I think that so far so good. Yɛn nyinaa yɛnim sɛ nea MPP foɔ ni yɛ no ɛnyɛ adeɛ a wɔwɔ yɛn citizens no at heart. So we the women, I think it is high time we all come together. Yeah, man, yeah, na yɛde nsɛm kɔ akyirikyiri o. Yeah, na yɛtumi kɔ market, yɛtumi yɛ nyama bebree at a go. Like we are the people who lead a lot of things together. We can multitask. We can do so. I just want to encourage my women, my constituency women, all women in the NDC. And by the grace of God, we have a very powerful woman leading us, Dr. Hannah Bisu. We should send this information out there. Let's tell the people this is what is happening. Omo pesi ye omu wia yen. Ye be gina ho ama omo wia yen na say ye ni be din ye be guard ye ballot papers no. We have to we the women, we have to be on guard. On the day of elections, we shouldn't go home and be sleeping. We should gather our ballot papers. We should be on the grounds. We should, as I said earlier, I just say go extra mile so that at the end of the day, our efforts will not be wasted at all. So I just want to crave the indulgence of all women from Central to women all over the world. And as I stated, we are honored to have Dr. Hannah Bisu, Auntie Elom, and Auntie Jifa as our leaders. They are very strong women. Let us not forget that we are people that we do a lot of things. We are smart, we are intelligent, our ears should be on the grounds. We shouldn't lose guard of anything at all. So that at the end, upon all the manipulations, all the biasness, all the maneuvering of their own people into easy, at the end of the day, they will realize that they cannot take us for granted because they are there. We are the people who need to show them that this is what you are supposed to do and this is what we want you to do. As for NDC, I know come 2024, we the women, you will see us in our boots and our trousers,
Inshallah.
guarding our ballots. Yes, so
Inshallah.
I think upon all the stress and the maneuvering of the EC and selecting biased people to be easy and to do all sort of things, I know that the women are available and they'll do very well. They'll do very well by guarding the balance.
Thank you so much. You see, when the women in the party speaks like you are speaking, it brings some sort of intrinsic and extrinsic energy in us or in the rank and file to know that now all is not lost. We have to put our strength together and fight the battle ahead. As JM said and has repeated, 2024 is boot for boot. Mo amonte brofono, mo come English teacher ho, no nkyere mo ase what boot for boot etie, a lawyer for my bone. The munimo ne ntro, and they say yet class ne adwene bone, na ye dada obi say NP before ya bro, NP before ya bro. Nyambe tue mu nyina kama. We obi nyeska na say that ho na ejato ne fie no o hye a. We say so yi obi fie ahye. Meanwhile be abroad di ye na nyame tua so ka. No sorry. Obi a ne fie ahye be anya abroad nyam person fa chamber we dey NP before no mu wia Ghana sika no. God will punish them. Ekufuado any descendant. The punishment of God is awaiting them. Anyway, comrade, did you hear? We are a proud nation. Ghana, we are not going to IMF. Did you hear? We Ghana beyond 8, and did you also hear that the president once upon a time admonished African leaders from becoming beggars. That African leaders shouldn't be begging their colonial masters for aid and all that. Have you heard all these things?
Oh, sir, we've all heard all this, and personally, I have heard it a couple of times.
Okay.
And you see, even though I look so smallish, okay, I've always been saying that when our elderly people are lying to us as young ones, what do they expect from us? You see, obi a wanye investment bia, obi a wan fa ne sika nsie wɔ baabi a, na waba na wabɛka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ yɛte sika so na sɛ kɔm de yɛ. Ɛkyɛ sɛ sika bebree wɔ hɔ na nso we are hungry. But here lies the case that this person have not done any investment in order to fulfill the promises he is giving. And bluntly, citizens of Ghana also went in for the person. Now, these are the...
Ghana. It is Sikaso, or may you hear my. Then nam a memoir enquietino. A come there.
But I can tell you, as my colleague, Deputy Minister said, we are not going to the IMF. Whatever we do, we are not. The consequences are there. We are a proud nation. We have the resources. We have the capacity. Don't let anybody tell you. Like when Joshua, Caleb, and the 10 others went to spy on the promised land. And only 2 of them came to say that we can do it. And the 10 went around the community murmuring, you can't, da 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 da. We are not people of short sight, you know. And we have to move on. Okay? So let's think of us as who we are, a proud, strong people, the shining star of Africa, and we have the capacity to do what we want to do. If only we can speak that one language and ensure that we burden share in the issues ahead.
Enti sɛ Ghana nyame ahyira yɛn na yɛwɔ resources bebree na obi pɛ sɛ ɔmbɛdaadaa yɛn na sɛsi ade yɛ ninam na yɛsrɛsrɛ ade a mepɛ sɛ menkyerɛ amanfo no a ɔmotie me sɛ yɛnhwɛ yɛ asetena mu. Bra yebre. Tomatoes back here 2 cedi. Mikai last year, omubeka say plantain bebre be 5 Ghana. Then so come market see okra 1,000 Ghana crown to me tadie. Now your leaders see they don't have it as hard. No more ninam, no more stress resika. They say oh ya stress resika to the extent say that the sika babe share ye mami mo ma ye juma for 60 years and o ma ye juma no mo sika omo die sie say oh me ko pension na me di me sika be ya ade bi na omo sika nso na ye pese ye mfa ye san shema yeah share ya sit name. So I see that a lot of things are just adding up for the evidences to show for Ghanaians to experience personally. There is something called collective agreement. So who person for policy being bra, it's just a share group of nkrofo no. Now we
stakeholders.
Nkrofo na ebe affect your You have to listen to your side of the policy. You explain the policy to them for them to understand. But here lies the case: we have a government that gets up all of a sudden and take a decision. And it's affecting us. I know Ghanaians and people listening to me now can testify that is a local marketer a brenkwa ukotọ ade a ebrenkwa nti say yesi yebekọ akọchinchi yesi ye papa John Dramani Mahama we nanso nyama na odi sika ni ye no we can see them. I've always been telling people that if I've not seen anything as evidence, we can see Domi Kwabenya e-block. I can see Fafraha Community School. I can see Circle Dubai. There are a lot of things that we can show empirically. What's say?
Airport Terminal 3.
Yeah, ni na wo hɔ yetumi de yeni hu sɛ ye sika na ye de aye. Sesi asika na ye papa a ɔte so sesi a ɔsrɛsrɛ no mepamucho. Deɛ na ɔmo kyerɛkyerɛ ni ɔmo de sika na ye. Nti na me pa kyerɛ sɛ going round to ask for money to borrow money, and it is now worsening our cost of living in Ghana, is one of the mistakes that we Ghanaians did last elections. The elections that showed clearly that we won, but things turn around. So now let's look at our living as Ghanaian. Yen share ya city name na yen share say bra ye bre no eye papa na eye boni. Why na ye ya na ya ye. It's a ade. I leave it to our conscience and let's judge it for ourselves from the way we are living our lives.
Thank you so much, comrade. Thank you so much. Let's judge ourselves and see the way we live our lives. And of course, one word that you've said, or comrade MFA have said, that has really hit me is the fact that yen live that to their conscience. Since Ghana for I 2024, the battle is not between NDC and NPP again. No. The battle is between your destiny, your freedom, and your slavery. So please, NDC is the best option for you in 2024. Lawyer, you are most welcome once again.
Yes, sir.
Good. I asked Comrade Emefa, you've heard Ghana is a proud nation. I think my technician played some sound bites from the president.
Yes.
It was in Tree. I don't know whether you understood him.
Yes.
Good. Yeah, when you hear all this and you just oppose from the very beginning, the maiden speech President Akufo-Addo made at the Independence Square when he sworn in 2016 that Ghana will not go to IMF, Ghana will, beyond aid, will not borrow, will not do this, will take from taxation to production, and you hear that we are at the doors of IMF begging them, and now there is this new information that has tripped in that there's bound to be debt exchange program phase 2. What do you say about to this?
You know, these people, they are just shameless, very, very shameless, very, very boastful and shameless. And I was watching the clip again when the finance minister, and every time he will refer to a Bible story, Bible passage to back all his narratives. And when he was emphasizing that we are a proud nation, we will never go to IMF and all of that, you know, they are very shameless, very, very shameless. I don't even know what to say. You know, a friend of mine and I were having a discussion this morning. We're talking about how many of us who were not economists did not know very much about IMF previously. Even when Ghana was going to IMF, they were having deals. We didn't know what exactly it meant. We're just going through the process. But these people have, first of all, you know, they talk so much evil about IMF, and then they signify the end of an IMF program with a Kenke party. And then they told us that we have resources and we'll never go back to IMF. And they kept happening that and all of that. And then they went to IMF again and they want us to applaud them. That's why I said they are shameless. You know, they just do anything they like. You know, they think Ghana is for them alone, and so they can decide and do whatever and nobody can say anything. So it's so deplorable, very, very deplorable. So you told us now everybody knows what IMF is, and IMF is affecting. In fact, we were just hearing, you know, in fact, during Rawlings's era, we heard about PAMSCAD and all this economic recovery program and all of the IMF was behind all of this, but we really didn't know the animal IMF. They came and they told us all about it, how devilish the IMF was, and then they ran to IMF, and now we are filling IMF in our pockets in our daily lives, you know, and they are passing taxes that were conditionalities that IMF asked them to go and pass these taxes, otherwise you will not get this 3 billion and whatever. And, you know, so every Ghanaian now understand what IMF is because of the noise they made, and then now they have run back to IMF. So, and it's affecting even pensioners. Everybody is affected.
Been affected.
Yeah, and so I don't know what to say about these people. I believe that Ghanaians are going to punish them, and the only thing they are holding on to is to rig the election, just like how some people are also thinking that they have money and they can buy elections in their various localities. these people also think that they can use the gun and force to take the election. That's what Brian Achampo, who was just approved by our MPs recently, is just sticking it in our faces and telling us that, hey, you guys, you can't do anything. Even if you make noise, we shall bribe you, and then we have our way and go. And that is it. And we have made ourselves like that. But I believe that's what I'm saying, that, you see, and until our leadership sits up, there might be a second revolution, this time within the party itself. So we these people, we can't do business with them. We need to boot them out. And we even if they have to kill all of us, and in fact, if they kill all of us, they will have nobody to rule over. Then
and of course, they can't also do that, of course.
Yeah. But they are going to lose the election massively, and then anybody who would not vote for them, and yet they will come back to say they have won the election, that person will also have to rise with the rest of us. Will rise, and then we'll besiege the EC. We'll go wherever we need to go, and we'll make sure that the mandate is given to John Mahama, who is bound to win this election massively. Everybody can see it. So that is it. That's for this debt exchange program and the IMF deals and all of it. They are just shameless, and they are doing all these things, and nobody can say it. Even when you say it, they don't care. And the clergy, all these people who were praising them in the past, they now they are quiet. You see, because they cannot actually criticize them, and they also know that they are doing the wrong thing, and so it's better for them to keep quiet. And so they are silent, and it's shameful. They are also very shameless. That is so that's where we are going. That's where we are heading. And we need to be very strong, very resolute, very firm, and we have to make sure that we don't compromise with these people along the way, because they don't mean any good for this country. It is only for themselves, their pockets. And so whatever they try to do, every government will try to do one or two good things. And so whatever they try to do that people think that, oh yeah, they are trying, and it's only a facade. They only want to use it to pretend that they care about all of us, but they care about only themselves. They care about only their pockets. They care about they alone, and they care about their areas, and they care about only MPP. And so we have to make sure that we put them out of power, and we put them with all our strength, not just the vote, all our strength. All of us will go to the polling stations after the voting. All of us will make sure that the ballots are counted properly, and then we follow whoever is going to transmit the results to wherever the results have to go. Finally, we follow them to all those places. And when there are barricades, we'll stand right where the barricade ends until they declare the right results. Nobody's going to go up. Other than that, then whatever they will do to us, they should do to us. If the military, they are going to use the military and the soldiers to bully us, they should just do that, just because we are going to stand for our right, and we are going to defend the vote of the people.
Lawyer, before I move to read my last messages, I have one question or two. Then I need 2 minutes to answer these questions for me. First of all, there has been this allegation that you parliamentary candidates, usually if you get a nod to become a parliamentary candidate for Whole West,
yes,
during the general elections, after you have collated, or after the parliamentary candidates, most of them, after they finish collating their vote and they realize whether they have won or they've lost, they just leave the scene of the collation center without staying to make sure that their presidential candidates' votes are being secured. When you get a nod, what are you going to do to make sure that you protect the votes that Ghanaians will give to the NDC parliamentary candidate, of course, and as well as the presidential candidate, which in the case, as you rightly said, we all know that JM is bound to lead the NDC. What are you going to do to make sure?
Okay, thank you very much. I have heard that also, that the MPs most of them are very selfish. Once their results are declared for them, they don't follow through to make sure that the presidential result is also declared properly for our party. But that is not going to happen if I get a nod. In fact, first of all, I'm going to organize massively for the presidential ticket. Because for us in my constituency, once I get a nod, I'm going to win. Once we are NDC candidate, I'm going to win unless they retain the current MP. That is the only time that our seat is going to be at risk, because MPP has targeted the seat very much, and they are only waiting that if the current incumbent is retained, then they will put in everything to take the seat. But if I get a nod, there's going to be vibrancy. A lot of our people that we have lost to the NPP are going to come back. We are going to organize massively for John Mahama. And I will make sure, even if I have to die, or the last blood in me drops, I will make sure that every single vote that will be cast for John Mahama will count. I will do that. You know, the last election, I voted in Ho West, and then as a lawyer, one of the lawyers, the lawyers we were supposed to go to the various constituencies. I worked in North Tong. So after voting in Ho West, I rushed quickly to North Tong, and I was in Bato throughout the night. And I met the Honorable Blackwood. That's his constituency. I was there throughout until the results was collected. So yes, clearly everybody can trust, and they know it, that I have a massive following. And there are a lot of people who have joined NPP just because they are tired of what is happening in our constituency. They are going to come back, and together we are going to work to protect the presidential ballots. We would work very, very hard. You can trust me for that. And even the kind of organization we are going to do, even prior to the general election, everybody will see clearly that, look, NDC is going to just come back to life fully in Ho West. We are going to just rake in the votes, and every single vote shall count.
Thank you so much, Chairman. Then my last question to you. What do you say to some MPs who claim they don't have, or they can't speak in public, they don't have that act of public speaking, they can't speak in public, therefore they cannot be blamed by their constituents for not being vibrant, whether in parliament or national issues or something like that? What do you say to those MPs? Because being MP, I think communication is part of your job, or
in fact, as soon as an MP says that should be the day the MP is resigning from parliament. You see, because clearly communication is key. And if you're a member of parliament, then you must be able to communicate very well, communicate on the floor of the house, communicate at committee levels, and communicate to your constituents. And so good communication is key. And so for a very long time, some MPs do not speak in parliament. They will come and tell you that, oh, if you are a new MP, you'll be at the back bench, and some will even say that there's a pillar blocking them, and so whenever they raise their hands, the speaker doesn't see them, and or they give all kinds of excuses why they will not speak, why they will not participate in debate.
But the question is, if they give those excuses, what prevents them from not speaking on the national media or this radio station or television stations to also make their voice heard?
Because we are now knowing that they say they are not good communicators, so they are afraid. You know, I was giving and I would say right here, I was giving this example that I went to Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology for 4 years, and I've stayed in Accra for a very long time, and yet I cannot speak Twi. And the reason I cannot speak Twi is that I don't think my Twi is good, and I don't have the confidence to speak it because I don't want to speak it and make mistakes for people to laugh at me. And so it's the same way. If I think I'm not a good communicator, then I will not have the confidence to even try to speak. And so I'd rather be hiding when they say, I also say, you know, and so you don't express the aspirations and the challenges of your people in parliament. And yet the same MPs ridiculously will tell us that the delegates, your votes don't matter. We shall continue winning, whether you vote for us or not. We shall continue winning until we are tired. Isn't that an insult to the delegates? They are telling the delegates that, your vote doesn't matter to us. We shall win 70%. We shall always win until we are tired. So they stand in front of delegates and tell them this. So they tell the delegates that every 4 years when you are given the opportunity to vote, your vote don't matter to me because I am going to win already anyway. And these same MPs tell you that we are not good communicators. They are not good communicators, and we keep voting for them.
Thank you so much.
I think for Ho West alone, I think you need to give me a 2-hour program. So that I can.
That is true. That is correct. And definitely, I'll talk to my editorial board to see if we can get you a very, as it were, unique spot for.
But you see, Alfred. It's not Alfred. But you see, it's not just about Ho West. It is also about how MPP thinks they are bullying our side in parliament. You see, so we need very strong MPs. You see. Very, very strong MPs. So, like you see, there's a member of parliament right now, like Honorable Sam George, who is a great fighter. And then we heard somebody who come and tell us that, I am a leader of a particular group, and yet because I'm not a good communicator, my junior has to rather do all the work, and so the junior is taking all the credit. Isn't that shameful? You see, and then I don't know, I don't understand this.
Anyway,
and then we are hoodwinked to keep supporting these people, and then they go to parliament and they are bullying us all the time.
Yeah, we don't have time now. I think the time is fast spent. Let me go and read some last messages and comment. When I come, I'll take your last comments and then we wrap up today's show. So let me see the comments and questions and thoughts that have dropped in. So let me read them right now. Okay, this is from Kwesi Asamoah. He said, "What is the alternative? Tell us, NDC." And then this is Awusi Sefa. I'll say it is a party that my MP, Honorable Emmanuel Kwesi Taralala, can't respond to this important subject matter because he confirmed during his campaign tour that he is not a good communicator. The party needs a bold and confident person to represent my constituency and the party as a whole. Lawyer Eric Delenyon Alifo deserves to represent the good people of Old West constituency. Lawyer Eric Delenyon Alifo can face our opponent, NPP boot for boot, even bumper to bumper, without fear or favor. That is from Mausi Sefa. And then this is from Evelyn Mausi. It said, MFA is doing so well. Proud of you. And then Ajinkwa Media House, MFA, good presentation. Go high. This is from John Nambo. Nanado is the West president in the Fourth Republic. God will speak for Ghana in 2024. This is from John Nambo. And then Kwesi Asamoah once again. Ghanaians want to hear single transformation policy from the NDC party. And oh man, this is anyway. This is volunteer on internship service Ghana. Proud nation has now turned to a begging nation. God is definitely not asleep. MPP never again. And Light Abutieka, Comrade Light is here, said, as a woman and organizer, what would you tell your fellow women to make sure that they vote for all aspirants, women contesting for the parliamentary seats? That is a question from Comrade Light. And then this is from Ajinkwa House, who said, speak the ever, dear sister. And then Gideon Ameko was a top-notch presentation, Yvette. And then this is from John Nambo once again. Lawyer has said it all. MPP is a shameless party. God is exposing them every blessed day, and they don't even realize it and still blaming others. Everything they touch on is a mess. And then let's see, MFR once again, I said, Evelyn Mausi, anybody is bragging. Tell my MP that to be speaking on the floor of parliament, let him also defend the party on national television. He stopped going to GTV because MPP communicator made him useless on the show. And this is Evelyn Mausi once again. We hope no one cries after the election. So I think no one will cry. We are all matured people. Yes, these are some of the comments. I think that time is fast spent. Let me go to my comrade Yvette, comrade MFA. Then I'll take her last thoughts, 1 minute thought. Then I'll come to lawyer for his last minute thought. Then we wrap up today's show. Comrade, now yes. Your constituents are listening and they want to listen to you in ever. 1 minute. What do you have to tell them, Ghanaians?
Abiale Maglene Central Town constituency toke amo pick form bewa contest primaries. Medro information labe miokata amedeka kominyo ta ejebe miava together. Nemia dako nemi dakova mio tama susu klimio susu kata na yi 2024 election abiale mano glonena maglobe nemi yi mio campaign wo pa nyo ejebe mi agbonye be nuye mi avawo abe na o dakono abe MP na nuye avawo ma amangunya gboglo femi ele egbieju ta abe central tongu delegates party members amene sia de kele NDC mele central tongu kwa nyako to dale ame ya avava glo na mi be na me va nuye ma wona mi na me va nie me de ma wona central tongu na yingonki nyako kudara nyi na nyako amemo kata ta ekumebe mado ayiko nemi party a miokata mietonyo mia idoji mia kutriku mia kpobe NDC na vaziji 2024 akpenemi
Eja Suzuza.
That is Akwename, comrade Emefa. Yes, let me go to lawyer. Akwe. Now let me go to lawyer and take his last thoughts. Also, let's see if lawyer, whole West constituents are listening to you and they want to hear your last thought in ever. So please, in 1 minute, what do you have to say to whole West constituents?
Yo, Akwe, novinye whole West me nyogbele mi agbodo amedo se ho amedo choga ole megbe ma agado mi agbo poide ko enyebe John Mahama le babagbe 2024 ehia mesesen we ho no parliament akpedon wa wodo amekemi to wa defend party defend who west we ata amekemi le jidu na mi fifla mi po nu ke wa ton ho le pe we ademe we adegbegbe je ne amekemi desigbe po ta mi po nu ke wa ton ho ta nye viviebe bunde wogbe infa hole chacha kurala mele chichina minu kebe be abawo lokala china be ya no fimi kaka de aten if you me delegate so me abedi dime hia no ke mi amile o me hia ya no fimi kaka de aten if you do church na be aga izi ene bubu ta de me for 32 years le parliament api wa bado mi avio cheji bedeka ta eme ko nde kemele wa ba ole pe ene me hime ole pe wi ado ma di be MPP ne hosi tele mi asio la bana bibito ole mi achi se no mi apete po 2020 election results tami wonu nyu to mi atia me se to e hira ton communicate nyede akpere John Mahama un le parliament mi a rule country and wa change e mi a wonu nugedo na mi le hoes me ko se mi se magacha adgade nya gito me nyede akpena mi ka me nya be mi le no nyu to gbe the revolution ke ho le bene jole NDC me abe rolling spare party ne la ne je come to hoes the 13th May akpena mi ka akpe
Eja Suzuza.
Akwe, lawyer. Akwe, thank you so much, lawyer. Viewers, this is where time will permit us. Today we had lawyer Eric Delegnon Alifo Esquire. He is a parliamentary aspirant for Who West, and he's number 4. Are you the number 4 on the ballot paper?
On the ballot, the number 4 is the last one. We are only 4, so just at the bottom.
Okay, he's Asieho, the number 4. He's number 4 on the ballot paper. And as you have heard him, we need solid people, solid brains to represent us in parliament. if you vote for someone who will give you just 50 Ghana cedis or 100 Ghana today, and the next 4 years will put you into slavery to go and lead you and wouldn't bring any developmental projects to you and your kids, then please think twice. And lawyer, as a vibrant as he is, has offered himself to serve and serve you well. So please, on Today Ghana News TV, we are endorsing lawyer Alifo. Please give him your votes, and then let's all have a solid brains in parliament, as we have Kujota Blokwa and those vibrant ones in parliament. Let's add lawyer Alifo to this team so that we can be proud and we can have hope that, yes, Ghana's democracy is reaching higher heights. Thank you so much, lawyer, for your time.
Thank you.
Viewers, thank you for watching us. I think that today we've taken quite a number of your time. Thanks for staying with us. Hey, comrade.
Yes.
Also,
I think we've had very good time, and I just want to also talk to my whole West people. I feel that whole West is a very delicate constituency in the Volta region. And I also want to wish my father, Honorable Bedra, all the best. I know he's going to win this election.
In whole West?
Because I know what he's capable of doing. He's a God-fearing man. He has done a lot for his people. So, Honorable Bedra, your daughter says all the best. I know you are going to win these elections. It's a family contest. So, I wish him all the best.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah, say something small, lawyer. 1 minute.
I don't think it is right for Yvette to do that, especially when you have endorsed me. Today, Ghana TV has endorsed me, and it's not part of Whole West, so you cannot speak for Whole West at all. Leave Whole West alone. If it's your father, you cannot say that you know what he's doing. The Whole West people know what they have gotten from him for 16 years. And so go concentrate on Central Tongue, and let us also, we are from Whole West, we shall do our Whole West politics. I don't think you should have the last word.
I think I'm wishing my father all the best.
I think that as a host, your time is out.
Our time is out.
Viewers, we thank you so much for watching us. Thank you for staying with us. This is MyShow NDC Hour, as we always bring you this show every Wednesday. And next week, Wednesday, same time, we'll be here, and then we'll see. Thanks so much. My name is Alfred Kuyoli, your humble servant. See you next week. Bye.
The victory